everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams coming in with two-game winning streaks on the line, so we know one will come to an end today. It's the Rams going up against the Saints. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Now Jones. Left side and caught by Flainer. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. The defense here for the Rams.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go.
Throwing Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
Let's go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Ohio.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Green's got it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Watch it now, Barney. Switch. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right,
From the gun, here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
It's gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is taken at the 18. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now Jones. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the interception, here's Goff. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So 2nd and 10 here. So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. Over. All right, here we go. Leopard, Detroit. Here we go now.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
3rd down now following the completed pass. One receiver left, 3 to the right. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing, Jones. Left side and caught by Flainer. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Stiff-armed him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Goff
on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On first down, it's gone. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a handoff looking right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They send Green to the left on his own. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's complete to Flainer. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
You know, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing Jones. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to find Green. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go! What? None! What? None! No. Me. Flex round!
Back to throw here. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 1st and 10, Goff. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Let's go! What? None!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they face a 3rd down after the fumble on 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! What? None! What? None!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Spins past another.
Oh, my man.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're going to speed things up here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now it's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Rams are going to get a 1st down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Goff trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now let's go. Green 39.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Jones. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ohio. 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 Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After the interception, here's Goff. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And it's third down and goal from the 4. Here's Lasco. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now of the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need to stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Slot man moves right. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Gone. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And the wide out in motion. And now here's a carry heading left. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Flex round. Here we go. Let's go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go.
And he motions the wide receiver. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Carnell Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And quickly they get to the line. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go.
Now Goff on first down. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
No. Check. Leopard. All right, here we go. Boom,
Throwing again is gone. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Third and goal now, so some urgency. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete. Fleener, right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They send Green to the left on his own.
Let's go.
Throwing Jones. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Flex round. Here we go. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Five yards to gain here on third down. The play clock's running down. Now Jones. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go! Ohio!
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Check back.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Ohio!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target. 3rd down here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the Rams getting set to go now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now they're in the hurry-up. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Zipper. Blue 90. I got it on Philly.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know, they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely.